We're back, and as our special guest today, we have Tahlequah firefighter Casey Baker with us today. We hope that you enjoyed today's interview. We're going to be finding out a little more about our local fire department and also some fire safety tips from Casey. Casey, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Why don't you give us a little bit of history, Casey, about the proud and long history of the Tahlequah Fire Department?
Well, actually, just recently we have actually done some research on the fire department, and Aaron Garrett is a lieutenant down there and actually done all the research for us. And we found out back in April 19th, 1895, there was a major downtown fire in Tahlequah that destroyed most of downtown. And in April 26th of 1895, the council had passed an ordinance that there'll be no wooden structures be erected in the downtown area. June 5th, 1905, the City of Tahlequah Council purchased wagon and horses for Wadey Hudson, which was a businessman in town that seen the need for a fire department. And from 1905 to 1912, it was actually named the Wadey Hudson Fire Service. And actually, there's some old pictures at the fire department that has WH Fire Service. We could never figure out what that meant, but that's what it was. And in 1912, they actually changed the name to the Tahlequah Fire Department.
It's quite a proud and long history for our firefighters, and we do have a unique department here in Tahlequah, somewhat different than other communities our size, larger, smaller. Tell us a little bit about the makeup of the Tahlequah Fire Department.
Well, we have what we call is a combination fire department. We have 13 full-time firefighters, which is counting our chief, Ray Hammonds, and we have approximately 18 volunteers. The volunteers are paid kind of a reimbursement check for their clothing and stuff, and the full-time are down there full-time 24 hours a day, work 24-hour shifts, which 24 on, and then they're off 48 hours.
So tell us a little bit about, for our local fire department, what is the process? How does a young man or a young lady become a Tahlequah firefighter?
Well, how you apply for the fire department, you go to City Hall and get an application, and there is a physical agility test that everybody has to pass, and there's like a mile and a half, and there's so many minutes, so many push-ups, set-ups, basically just to make sure that you're in physical fitness or fit for the job. And then they're voted on by the membership as far as interviews and stuff and how they interviewed, and then it's voted on by the council on to accept them or not. And to get on full-time, which is, we're pretty lucky, we actually get to see who's doing a good job, who's showing up, the volunteer ranks, and actually get to pick from that. It's kind of like a pool that we get to pick from that most departments don't. They just, hire them on, and, they might be good, they might not. So we're pretty lucky in that.
Well, it makes it unique for our fire department, but also it gives a great opportunity for the young men in our community especially to be a volunteer, where maybe their time and their profession won't allow them to be a full-time,
right,
but they contribute something to the community.
Oh, yes, yes.
Well, it's a great organization, and over the years we've had so many wonderful men that have been a part of this organization. Tell us a little bit about, Casey, something that's very important because it affects literally every person that lives in Tahlequah, and that's insurance ratings.
Well, the insurance ratings is based on what we call the ISO rating, and basically what that is ISO comes in and does a ratings test of our water system, our water supply, our equipment and manpower and training that we have. For years, Tahlequah was actually at a 5, which people that have insurance on our homes knows what that is. And we actually this year went down to a 4. So citizens in Tahlequah actually will be getting a cheaper insurance on their homeowners.
Well, that's a great investment for our community, and we appreciate our city council and also our fire department for achieving that. Tell us briefly, if you can, Casey, about there's some specialized training that goes in to a lot of our firefighters, and I know we're unique in our community. We have a firefighter training center right here in Tahlequah.
Yes, we have the Regional Training Center. It is located out by the airport. It actually started back when Bob Adrian was chief, and just have recently kind of finished almost everything. They're still doing some parking lot improvements. But we are able to have classes on teaching Firefighter 1 classes. We're able to teach all the different training out there. Most of the firefighters at Tahlequah are instructors, and we're able to teach all the rural departments along with our own.
Casey, we have about a minute left, and how about a 60-second safety tip for the people here in Tahlequah as we approach July 4th? There's always that danger of fireworks being exposed to young people especially, but it's for the whole family. A couple of good safety tips for us.
Well, the first tip is the only time that you can shoot off fireworks in the city is July 4th. Most of the time it's children that's shooting these fireworks off, and we'll make sure they're supervised with their parents, grown-ups. You want to make sure it's not real dry outside. You want to make sure you can do it. It'd be better like in a parking lot or on the street, away from rubbish in the yard and stuff, to have the potential of catching on fire. And if you feel it's too dry or whatever, you can call down to the fire department. We can, assist you on that if we feel it's too dry to be shooting them off.
Well, Casey, we appreciate you being here today. We're very proud of our Tahlequah Fire Department and our firefighters and the marvelous service that they perform, the sacrifice that they perform in their job serving all of us here, not only in Tahlequah but throughout eastern Oklahoma. We appreciate it very much. Casey, we need to have you back again sometime and talk some more about fire safety and our wonderful fire department here. Thanks for being here today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks
for having me.
We'll be right back.